Hello, lovely people, and welcome to my channel. It's Hila here, Saturday Night Stitch, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today's post, it's a super quick post to share with you my spring sewing plans. And I can't tell you how excited I am about this. These plans have been in the making since all the way last year, so it's been several months in conjunction with planning my garden and things like that, so I'm super excited. And also because I'm being a little bit of a grown-up and actually planning my spring-summer sewing before we get into spring-summer. I know, it's crazy. It only took me 7 years of sewing to actually realize that it's probably better for me to try and do things this way. And let me tell you, I think I'm converted to actually planning my sewing ahead of time rather than being a fair weather seamstress. Which is that I tend to be quite intuitive when I do my sewing. And I listen to fabric. It sounds kind of crazy, but the fabric talks to me. But I feel like for most of these, the fabric and I have been conversing for long enough for it to have been solidified that this is what they want to be. However, if the fabric changes its mind at the last moment, as I'm about to cut into it, it does happen sometimes, but let's see how we get on. Okay, so first off is Liberty Tana lawn. Okay, so I love sewing with Tana lawns. They're just such a crisp, light, airy fabric. This is cerise background and it's got flowers. Now, when I initially got this, I was going to make a dress with contrasting fabric, so pink in the front and sort of like teal or jade at the back. But then I just realized that I was complicating things too much and I was just going to make it into a simple top, and Berda 221 provided. So the pattern has already been traced out. I will be sewing number 111. So that's just going to be that. And I think that it's going to be absolutely lovely. Okay, I'm just going to play around with the contrasting so that it doesn't change too much. Yeah, because we don't have much sun today. So yeah, so that's this one. Okay, so you can see there's a pink theme going on here. And I'm so happy I'm trying out my spring headband here. And by the way, if you haven't checked out the Chanel Spring Summer 2021 show, it is beautiful. And one of the reasons why I love it is the models are all wearing floral headbands. And I'm just like, yeah. Okay, so the next one is a rayon challis fabric. And I'm going to be using a Vogue 9253. Which is a pattern that I've sewn before and I love it. The last time I sewed it, I used an embroidered cotton, which has got a little bit more structure and a little bit more stability. But I told myself that I had to make that pattern again with a drapier fabric and I would make it into a maxi. So the first one was a midi length and I love it. So this here, if I can show it to you on the right side. Oh, again, pink. Pink, pink, pink. I love this. Yeah, so this is going to become this lovely dress here, but it's going to be maxified and it's going to be billowy. Really like, you know, just from. Yeah, cannot wait for these to come together. Okay, so that's that one. Number 2, sewing plan number 3 is we're going to need some layers, you know, because I'm going to be exposing a lot of skin, but if there's a little bit of a breeze, I want something to just cover me over so that I don't get too cold and get goosebumps. And what we have is the lace crochet fabric, and this one is going to be the Berda 11 2020 cardigan. It's an extra long cardigan, but it will be sheer, and I think that is going to play in really well to the transparency trend, which is supposed to be big for spring and summer 2021. And you know, I'm dipping my toes into trying to be a little bit more fashionable if it aligns with some of the things that I was already interested in. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. So here we go. So again, we're keeping with the pinkiness, you know. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but it's just going to be a pink explosion wardrobe. Even my nails are pink, guys. Yeah, so this is going to be an extra long cardigan, but it will be lovely and sheer, you know. so that you'll still be able to see the lovely dress or frock or top that I'll be wearing underneath. Is there such a thing as too much pink? Maybe. Okay, and then the next one is a Dashwood Studio fabric, which not quite as pink, but it's definitely got some pink highlights and some pink tones with a little bit of yellow over here. So this one is going to be a grassa pattern, which has already been taped up and cut out. This thing has got so many pattern pieces, guys. It's a good thing that this fabric is married to that pattern because, yeah, that one took me a long time to do. And potentially, I'm going to be using either the giant white rickrack trim or this little lacy trim here. I'm just going to try and open this without making... Ta-da! So I've got this lacy trim. Okay, I'm going to have to change that. There we go. So I definitely want to do some trims with it. As I said, I was just watching the Chanel Spring Summer show, and the dresses, they look gorgeous, but they use a lot of trims on there. So I was like, I need to be using more trims. So I don't know, it's either going to be rickrack or lace trim. Okay, so that's what she's going to be. And then, oh, I love this one. I love this one. This is what lockdown has done to me, guys. I've gone full on pink. I've gone full pink. Here we go. This is Art Gallery fabric, a really stable cotton jersey. I love Art Gallery fabric cotton jerseys. This would be something like my 4th make. I love them. They wash brilliantly. They don't lose the color vibrancy too much. I have a t-shirt that I made for my husband about 6 years ago, and that t-shirt is still banging. It's still going strong. It's a Moonrise. I think I used Burda 6602. It was a really, really good t-shirt, and it still looks really good on him. And the fabric has now got like this really lovely softness. He considers it to be one of his most comfortable t-shirts. And so I love Art Gallery fabrics. Jersey fabrics, they're really, really good. But we have this here, right? And this is going to be the Love Notions Summer Basics maxi dress. I've never sewn with Love Notions before, but my friend is Josie. She sews with them a lot, and I've seen her versions of this, and I was like, I really like that. I really like that. Would you let me borrow your pattern? And she was like, go for it. And I was like, good. So this is what this is going to be. So racer back, I'm going to be exposing the shoulders. You know, it's just going to be so fabulous. And I'm going to make it into a maxi. It's going to be a maxi. So that's this one. Okay. And then super quirky, super quirky. We have the Stores of London. This is the yellow. I want to call this the yellow brick road fabric because of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. She's a great movie, by the way. Yeah, so here we have, it does have some pinks, as you can see there. So it's got some pink contrasting. And this is going to be from Burda 7/2020. Actually, the cover, this cover dress here, quite like this did not catch my eye when I did the browse through. I didn't think that it was all of that. But then on the Burda Russia website, the photo forum, so many people made this and it looked amazing. And I was just like, I need to make that. And I think that the cotton lawn is the perfect fabric for it. I've used the Stores cotton lawn before when I made Burda 1976 kaftan, and it's really beautiful fabric. I think it is on the same level as Liberty Tana lawns, except for they do really unusual, quirky prints, whereas with Liberty prints, you can spot a Liberty print a mile away because they have that similar William Morrissey vibe going, whereas these ones, there's just so many different types. So excited about sewing with that. The last fabric that I have is a Lady McElroy. It's a Florenza crepe fabric, which I have a lot of great love for. And I love this fabric so much because it's got a linen look texture to it. So if I hold it right up to the camera here, and see if the camera can focus. Please cooperate, camera. There we go. So it's got like a slubby texture on it, but it's a crepe fabric. It's beautiful. It's lightweight. It's got like this really wonderful drape. This one, I haven't yet figured out what I'm going to make with it. Maybe it's because it's not too pink, and I've got a very strong idea of what to do with the pinks in my, you know, in my sewing plans at the moment. But currently the thinking is that it might be a Murphy pattern, but you know, we're still working on the commitment issues that this fabric has, which she's still talking to me a little bit about what she wants to be, but it's really beautiful. It's drapey. Whatever this is going to be, it has to be something that moves, because this fabric, it was made to move. This is made to swing and swish and twirl. This is not made to be, it's not made to be a collar. So whatever it is, it has to be very florally unconstructed and loose, but we'll figure something out. So those are my spring/summer sewing plans, which I hope to get done over the next few months or so. And fingers crossed, the fabrics do not change their mind. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that video. It's been a lot of fun working on these, trying to come up with my spring 2021, summer 2021 look. Is definitely going to be super full on floral, no holds barred pinkiness and flowers and just delightfulness. That's what I'm looking forward to, especially with the garden as well. And so the fabrics and the clothes that I'm going to make are just going to fit into the whole secret fantasy vibe that I'm trying to create within my own little garden, because that's the only place that I've got any control over. Because if anything that I have learned over these past 12 months or so is that you just have to learn how to focus on that which you have control over, and not so much on those things that you have no control over. I can create a secret garden fantasy in my garden. I can create a secret fantasy wardrobe in my sewing room, and I'm going to do that. And that's going to keep me happy and positive, and the more positive vibes we can have in this world, the better. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, do give it a big thumbs up down below. It supports the channel and I really appreciate it. Are you planning any of your spring summer makes as well? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, and also if you have any suggestions for this fabric, much appreciated, but nothing structured with collars or points or anything like that, because I don't think that would work with this fabric. I would appreciate your suggestions. Until I see you next time, guys, happy sewing. Bye.